Ohayo Villagers, welcome back to the village. If you are new, hello, welcome, I'm Kai, and today we're going to be talking about the best Super Soul to use with one of my personal favorite transformations in the game slash just the show, Super Vegeta. But before we get started, please do sub to the channel if you are new, or maybe not. You've been watching us for a little bit, today's your day. We do these best Super Soul videos. If you want to check them out, we have a playlist. Some of them are definitely older, and you can tell. But I think there's some still really valuable information in that playlist. So if you want to check that out, I'll have it at the end of the video. But yeah, Super Vegeta. In terms of PvP, it is not my favorite at all. It's like mid for me. However, I did have a lot of fun using it in PvP when I did use it. Something I will say that is a bit of an issue is that sometimes you just forget to transform. Like, I'll just genuinely forget to transform. So it's like Super Vegeta being a slower transformation also doesn't help. It's not like the slowest by any means, but it's definitely not that quick. So you could very easily get perfect blocked and stamina broken. That's why you guys really want to be careful when you actually transform when you're fighting, because again, you can really just get stamina broken pretty easily that way. Trust me, when I first started playing, even now, I still sometimes just like, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna do this. So yeah, just be careful when you're actually transforming into Super Vegeta. But it has a lot of good things going for it. For starters, you get that 20% increase to Ki Blast Supers, which is the same increase that Super Saiyan 3 gives about to Strike Supers and basic attacks. So you get that 20% increase to Ki Blast Supers, and then you also do get a nice 10% increase to basics and strikes, which isn't anything crazy. However, it'll get the job done, because what female Saiyans, and this is why I'm using my female Saiyan in particular, they're really good with Ki Blast Supers, like Strike Supers, like just Supers and Ultimates basically. So we're going to end up seeing a lot of damage from moves like Earth Splitting Gallic Gun, which isn't really too crazy, but damage-wise, it's gonna do great. Of course, you can get punished for it, but yeah, Super Gallic Gun with female Saiyan using Super Vegeta is gonna melt anyone. So that Super Vegeta in that sense is really fun to use. So yeah, guys, we're going to be talking about the best Super Soul to then use with that, because when we think about what it actually does for us and then how we can make its downsides seem less of downsides and just seem pretty good, we're going to go try to match that Super Soul to Super Vegeta 2. So let's do that now. So here it is. I think I'm finally warmed up. This is the big DLC 13 Super Soul that I really think had impacted the game in a great way. This is top 5 best Super Souls for me, like one of my favorites to use. So let's just go over really quick what it does. A bit of time after the battle starts, boosts strength of all attacks medium, which that is a 10% increase approximately. So that Ki Blast Super, the Ki Blast Supers are going to be a 30% increase on a female Saiyan, or even a male Saiyan. That's going to do a lot of damage. And then I can definitely notice the movement speed increase as well. Similar to an effect that Super Saiyan God gives us, we now have that speed in Super Vegeta, which is really cool to see as well. And then last big thing here, activates Ki Auto Recovery Mode, which then fixes our downside that we did have with Super Vegeta prior. So this is, I think, the perfect Super Soul to use in tandem with Super Vegeta as an awoken skill. You're going to see the best out of it. Now, of course, remember guys, you have to wait a bit of time after the battle starts, which really isn't too bad. That's 30 seconds. So it's like, I don't know, generally a fight for me will be about 1.5 to 2 minutes. So you can kind of, I don't know, you can take a different approach how you see fit, how it works with your fighting style or whatever. You can play a little timid if you need to in the beginning, and then start aggressing more once you have the Super Soul activated. But I think this is, like, you're not going to have Super Vegeta, you're not going to have transformed in 30 seconds generally. So I think that you should be okay, just only 30 seconds. Because there are some that take longer. And you guys know, I don't like the health conditions at all. And this does not have a health condition. So I think that's also something that amplifies that. Because I was debating on maybe bringing up a Fuse Super Soul right then. Let's begin the experiment. It's just, again, I hate health conditions, and especially in PvP. So I think that this Super Soul here is definitely going to be better for you. Let me know how it goes for you guys, though. And let me know if you have any Super Soul suggestions of your own. I'm just curious, because I always want to, I'm trying to really get better at the game. And this playlist has definitely helped me, and I'm trying to learn female Saiyans, and we're gonna be going over more awoken skills over time. We've done almost all of the Saiyan transformations. All we have left, I believe, is Future Super Saiyan, so I guess I'm gonna do another poll. Y'all let me know if you want to do Future Super Saiyan, or maybe we can actually talk about a different race. That's all up to you though, guys. But all in all, Super Vegeta is, I think, heavily overlooked awoken skill sometimes. However, it can really get the job done. Like, it really can. I have a lot of fun using it. And Super Vegeta, just think back to the show, and when we first saw that transformation from Vegeta, I think Xenoverse really butchered it. And I can definitely go more in detail in a future video on that. I think Xenoverse really did not do a great job representing how Super Vegeta should look in game. Like, he gets buff as all, like, what? He gets super buff, and he looks so cool. Xenoverse, can you, like, at least give us a bit more muscle? Like, come on, man. I know that the gold reskin is just easier for them to do, but I still think that it would have been better if they could have given us the muscles. Like, if we could be as buff as Trunks was in his Super Saiyan Grade 3, I think that would be really sick to see. Something else I wanted to bring up, too, is please let me know, guys, if you would want to see awoken skill, like, going over how they could rework old awoken skills as like a video series we do, because we talk about how good they are, what are their downsides, but when we look at a Super Saiyan God, you just see how much stronger it is versus these older awoken skills. So I feel like a lot of them have to be modernized, I guess, reworked to fit the game's new landscape. So guys, I wanted to add this as well. This is actually a free Super Soul, and I wanted to talk about it because I think this could be pretty okay with Super Vegeta as well. And no, I'm not talking about I Am Super Vegeta. In fact, I am talking about Cell's a power bias transformation. I believe this is from when he was talking to Trunks or fighting Trunks, and Trunks just had no hope that fight because Cell just showed him, yeah, no, don't be a lug and just try to get big and buff. You know, you actually gotta hit me. So this Super Soul is actually really cool in that sense, knowing where it's coming from. It boosts your normal attacks by a large amount. So you're not getting Ki Blast Supers or Strike Supers really increased at all, which is kind of disappointing. But if you're on a male Saiyan, I think this has a lot more viability as well. Because, you know, increasing your basics, especially as a male Saiyan, you can do some pretty good damage with that. And then we also, which this is why I like it for the female Saiyans, reduces damage taken from all attacks large, because female Saiyans have less defense, so getting that really does help. And this is always when in an awoken skill. I want to make sure that it's very clear as well. This is when you transform, you'll get these buffs here. Another thing it does is slows movement speed and disables guarding. So it's definitely a double-edged sword. I think it still can be used, and I wanted to give you guys a free alternative though. And again, let me know what you guys think about Super Vegeta as an awoken skill. Where would y'all place it on the tiers of awokens? But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. With that though, I'm Kai. Peace.